Hello, thank you for joining me for another YouTube class. This one is going to be a really nice slow flow class. So yeah, perfect one if you're feeling like you haven't got too much energy today, or you've already done a lot but you really want to have a nice relaxing practice but still be in your body and with your breath. Good, so we'll start just in a comfortable seated position. So as we always do, just taking a moment to bring your awareness into your body and onto the breath for your practice. Taking a comfortable seat, growing nice and tall through the spine, softening the shoulders, relaxing the jaw, and maybe just becoming aware of the breath. Listening to those gentle inhalations and exhalations. Breathing in and out through the nose for our practice if it's available to you. Maybe as you begin to stay seated in this stillness of our Sukhasana, our seated pose, maybe the breath already naturally begins to slow down. Maybe the breath begins to deepen. We're going to take 3 big breaths together, just releasing everything that no longer serves us so that we can stay centered for our practice. So take a big breath in through the nose. Take a big sigh out through the mouth. 2 more, big breath in. Big sigh out. Last one, big breath in. Big sigh out. Closing the mouth and just going back to that nice gentle cadence of breath. Where the breath is slow and steady, breathing into the belly. Good. From there, we're just going to come into our tabletop pose. So shoulders stacked over wrists and hips stacked over knees. Just taking a moment there just to firm up the pose, pressing the ground away with the hands, spreading the fingers. Try not to let the head and neck collapse. Lift from the back of the head. It really keeps that torso nice and sturdy. Good. From there, we're going to take the hands, one big stretch forwards, keeping the fingers spreading wide, pressing through that thumb and first finger. You can slowly and gently allow the chest to sink down towards the mat, but slightly resist that feeling with the hands. Good, really nice. Trying to keep those hips stacked roughly over the ankles. 3 more breaths there. Good, and then just taking it into a nice twist there. So we're going to pick up that left hand and we're going to thread it through the right arm so that the left shoulder comes down on the mat and the left fingertips are reaching out. Good. From there, we're going to walk the right fingertips forwards and maybe slightly behind towards the left. Good. And then from there, if it's comfortable, imagine keeping the hips level and slightly lifting that right armpit. Good, staying for 3 breaths. Good, slowly walking that right hand back. Allow the left arm to unthread. Place it back on the mat in your puppy pose. Same thing, opposite side. So right arm threads through. Right shoulder comes down, left fingertips walk forwards and slightly behind you towards the right, and then hips stay level, lifting up that left armpit, staying steady with the breath. Two more breaths there. Good, slowly find your way out of the pose. Taking one last breath in that puppy pose. Big breath in, big breath out. Slowly walk the hands back in towards your tabletop, keeping the fingers spread wide. Turn the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Just taking a moment to affirm that downward dog. So spreading the fingers, pressing the ground away with the hands and the feet. The hips and the sitting bones lift up and back. The ribs stay drawn towards the back of the spine or the back of the t-shirt. Head and neck relaxes. Take any movements that you might want there. Maybe you slowly pedal the legs. Maybe you take a little twist or a little roll around. Whatever your body is calling for right now. Good, really nice. Just stay with that for a couple more breaths. Good, and when you're ready, you can slowly just step that right foot forward in between the hands. Dropping that left knee, place the right hand on the thigh, and then the left hand. Good. And then just breathing there. Take a moment before you sink down into the hips. Gently think about hugging the inner thighs in towards each other just for that little bit of lift. Press the hands into that leg, just gently to lift the chest. And staying there for 3 more breaths. Good. On your next inhalation, reach the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring the hands through heart center, left elbow, right knee. Lift the chest, scoop that belly button away from that right leg. You can look slightly behind you if it's comfortable. And breathe there. Good, keeping those legs active, keeping that chest lifting. Good, 1 more breath. On your next inhalation, reach the arms up to the sky. Take the left hand onto the left hip and reach that right arm up and over, taking a nice side stretch there. If it's comfortable, you can drop the left fingertips down to the floor and just take that a little bit deeper. Keep the legs firm. Good, 1 more breath. Take a big inhale as you reach all the way back up to the sky. And a big exhale takes you back to your downward facing dog. Nice and slowly, move steadily. There's no rush in our yoga practice. The slower we move, the more connected we can stay to that mind, that body and that breath. Good, big breath in, big breath out. Step the left foot forwards in between the hands. Drop that right knee. Left hand on the left leg. Right hand on top of the left. Press the feet into the mat. Hug the thighs in towards each other. Upright the chest. And slowly just breathe there. Good. 3 more breaths. Really keeping that gentle cadence of breath, that slow, steady inhale, slow, steady exhale. Good. On your next inhalation, reach the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring the hands through heart center. Right elbow, left knee. Good. Press the elbow into the leg, opening up the chest. Belly button draws away from that left leg. Breathing there. Keeping those legs firm. Nice and stable in that pose. Remember, in our practice, we want to have that balance between effort and ease. So that effort really helps us stabilize the pose. And the ease keeps that breath steady. Big inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, right hand onto the right hip. Reach the left arm up and over as you take it into a side stretch there. If it's comfortable for you, you can release the right hand down onto the floor and reach over. But stay in the variation that you need. If it's more comfortable or more accessible for you to keep that hand on that hip today, please do. We always want to approach our practice from that place of non-harm. Good, 1 more breath. upright. Exhale, release the hands down, step back, down dog. Good, one big breath. Exhale, look forwards towards the hands, step, jump, walk or hop the feet to the front of the mat. Take a big inhale as you lift up halfway. Take a big exhale as you fold down to the mat. Root down, rise up as you inhale, bringing those hands to Urdhva Hastasana. Hands up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Really nice. We're going to move through a sun salutation there. So see how we get on. We'll do a couple of different back bends for those of you who are really familiar with a sun salutation. Inhale, reach up, rise tall. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips as you fold into your Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift or Ardha Uttanasana. Collarbones, broad chest lifts. Exhale, hands come down, step back, plank pose. Good. Nice big breath there. As you exhale, drop the knees and lower all the way down onto the belly. Step the hands forwards into Sphinx pose. So elbows are stacked underneath the shoulders, fingertips are facing forward. Elbows aren't wide. If the elbows are wide, have a look down, draw them in line. Tops of the feet press. Belly button lift up as you zip up that core. Press the hands down, tuck the chin slightly as you lift up from the back of the head, not the chin. Breathing there. Good, keeping it going. 3 more breaths. Keep pressing down to lift the chest, broadening the collarbones, zipping up that core. Good. Just gently coming down, having a look at your hands, which at the moment are probably still in line with the shoulders. From there, we're going to take a seal pose. So we're going to take the hands and step them towards the corners of the mat, keeping the elbows where they were. So the elbows are still under the shoulders, hands are out wide. Press the tops of the feet, zip up that core. Press through the hands and slowly, keeping the shoulders back and down, begin to straighten those arms. If you find that the shoulders creep, see if you can draw them down. Maybe you need to rebend the arms and come out of the pose a tad, just to keep that good, steady alignment. Good, 2 more breaths. Good. When you're ready, lower all the way down to the mat. Bring the hands alongside the body, roughly in line with the bottom ribs. Press the hands into the mat, draw the shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice, 3 big breaths there. Good. When you're ready, look forwards. As you exhale, step, jump, walk or hop the feet to the front of the mat. Big inhale takes you halfway lift. Exhale, release it down. Good. This time bend the knees. Sit back to your Utkatasana, your chair pose. Good. Really nice. Breathing there. 1 more breath. Press through the feet, come all the way up to standing, and then step the feet out long towards the long edge of your mat. When you're at home, doesn't matter which way you step, as long as you can still see the screen. Good. Feet are wide, toes are facing forwards. Press the feet into the mat. Take a big inhale as you reach the arms up to the sky. And take a big exhale, just bring the hands through heart center. Good. Turn the right foot towards the short edge of your mat. So again, you might face different ways. So right foot, short edge. Back foot stays straight. Inhale, extend the arms out. And then from there, as you exhale, start reaching forwards. And then once you've reached your full extension, drop that hand down. Maybe it finds the thigh, the shin or the floor. And then lift the chest as you lift those left fingertips up to the sky. Try not to let that right shoulder roll forwards. Keep it drawing down the spine, space between the shoulders and the ears. Feet are pressing actively into the mat. Good, breathing wherever you find yourself. Remember, only fold down as far as you can comfortably go. There's no real advantage to going further. It just happens over time in your practice. You go a bit further to keep that same intensity. Good, one more breath. From there, start bending that front knee and take it into an extended side angle pose. Fingertips can stay down, left arm overhead, or you can bring the right arm onto the right knee. Same pose, just different variations for different bodies. Good. Try and think about lifting that left armpit in the same way that we did in that puppy pose. Good, one more breath. Good, start lifting up through that left arm. Find your way to your warrior two, hips stacked, torso. Good, one more breath. Sink nice and deep. Good, straighten both legs. Turn them to face the long edge of the mat. Same thing left side, so left toes face forwards towards the short edge. Back foot stays where it is. Inhale, arms out wide. Send the right hip back as you start reaching all the way forwards through the left hands. Find your reach first and then drop that hand down wherever it lands. Lift the chest, lift the right fingers. Remember, if it's too much for that shoulder, bring the hand onto the hip and lift the chest. Good. Feet stay active. Left shoulder doesn't roll forwards and up to the ear. Roll the shoulder blade down the back, creating that space. Nice steady breath, steady activation through the legs. Good, steady mind as well. Maybe as you steady the breath and find that stability in the pose, the mind settles. We create that spaciousness or stillness. Good, from there bend that left leg, coming into your extended side angle pose, Theta Konasana. Maybe the right hand reaches overhead, maybe the left arm comes up and rests on the left leg. Wherever you are, same as we did in puppy pose, imagine lifting that right shoulder. No, sorry, right armpit. Good, right armpit lifts. Feet stay active. Energy goes equal between both legs. So just because the front leg's bent, it doesn't take all the energy. Good, on your inhale, scoop the arms up. Warrior two. Really nice. One more breath. Straighten that front leg. Windmill the hands down. Downward facing dog. Good, really nice breath there. From there, just look forwards and step the feet to the front of the mat and come all the way to seated. Good. Soles of the feet together, press them in towards each other. Grab hold of the ankles as you grow tall through the spine. And as you exhale, fold forwards into that Baddha Konasana. Good, trying to keep that spine nice and tall. Navel scoops in and up, chest lifts forwards. Good, 3 more breaths there. Good, from there, lift the chest. Step the feet a little bit further forwards. This time we're just going to allow ourselves to roll round the spine as we maybe bring the crown of the head towards the soles of the feet. So just 2 different ways of doing the pose. You might get to different areas of tightness in your body. Maybe you feel more of a release in one than the other. It'll be different for both, for all of us. Good, one more breath. Good, from there lift up. And just allow yourself to keep the feet as they are and come all the way down onto the mat. One hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. And just staying there for a few moments. If you want to take it into a couple of gentle twists before we come into Shavasana, you can. You can extend the arms out wide. You can draw the legs over to the left. Stay for a couple of breaths. And then maybe you take the legs over to the right. Once again, staying for a couple of breaths. Good. Slowly find your way into your Shavasana. So you can keep the feet on the floor and let the knees roll in. You can take the feet back wide and take it in a Baddha Konasana. Or you can take the traditional Shavasana or corpse pose. Extend the legs out long and let the palms face the ceiling. Maybe you tuck the shoulder blades in. And take a big breath out as you just allow your body to soften into the mat. Softening into that stillness and this time in our practice to relax. If anything takes you away from your Savasana thoughts or feelings, you can just slowly bring yourself back into the pose, letting it go with another breath. Just one more minute here. You've got the option, if you've got time, to stay exactly where you are. You don't need to follow my cues out of the practice. You can stay for as long as you need or as long as you have. Whenever you're ready, just slowly bring yourself back. If you're ready now, or if you've only got the allocated time of this practice, just slowly start wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe you reach the arms up overhead, giving yourself a nice big stretch from the tips of the fingers through to the tips of the toes. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Maybe you roll over onto one side. Keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. I invite you, wherever you are, just to take a moment of stillness, a moment of pause. Same as we did at the start, just checking in with how we are. Maybe we feel a bit different from the start of our practice. Just practicing gratitude for that. Maybe we slowly rub the hands together, creating that lovely warmth between the hands. Maybe we place that warmth over the eyes. Maybe we gently blink the eyes open, looking first into the hands, and then slowly arriving back in your space. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. Hopefully you all enjoyed that, and hopefully you come back for another class soon, whether it's on Zoom or YouTube. Thank you.